Meta just released its latest AI model, Muse Spark. With this move, Mark Zuckerberg trashed Llama as open-source AI. The last time we saw a drastic change like this was Anakin Skywalker becoming Darth Vader. I spent the last 3 days digging deep to reconstruct the timeline of what happened inside Meta and understand what Zuckerberg is scared to lose to change his approach to AI so dramatically. Muse Spark is the end of the story, but where did the mission to be the open-source AI company begin? Yes, mission, because in 2024, Zuckerberg wrote a manifesto about being the Linux of AI. Meta's decision to open-source its Llama models was actually a well-calculated move to kill multiple birds with one stone. Here are the most relevant ones. Meta doesn't sell AI, it sells attention. Meta's core revenue is advertising inside their apps. If users don't have to leave their app to use a chatbot, they'll spend more time inside Meta apps. And users talk about deep personal stuff with chatbots. That means a data goldmine for better advertising targeting. Commoditizing the AI layer is perhaps the most strategic reason. By releasing powerful models for free, Meta undermines the business model of OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic, who charge for access their models. If Meta gives users a good model for free, why pay for ChatGPT or Gemini? This is a classic commoditize or complement strategies. Make the layer above your business cheap or free to weaken competitors in that space. By framing themselves as the open alternative to closed AI labs, Meta positioned itself as a pro-innovation, anti-monopoly player in the eyes of regulators, a company that democratized AI, improving its public image at a time when Meta faces significant scrutiny after Cambridge Analytica, European GDPR fines, and accusations that its apps are addictive platforms harming teens. To recap, for Meta, the model isn't the product. The product is your time spent on Facebook and Instagram. Bet AI equal more time spent in their apps equal more ad revenue. Open sourcing is a way to clean the reputation of its own brand while simultaneously hurting competitors who do depend on selling models access. So far, so good. But in January 20th, 2025, Deepseek R1 landed like an earthquake. The Chinese large language model demonstrated competitive reasoning capabilities at a fraction of the cost of Western models, and it was open weight. Zuckerberg was no longer the special open source guy of AI, now that someone else could release competitive AI models for free. But a second terrible slap arrived. On April 5th, 2025, Meta released Llama 4. The performance was a disappointment, and to make matters worse, Meta sent a different model to LM Arena that was more human-pleasing to cheat in the competition. In 2.5 months, the reputation of one of the biggest tech companies in the world was destroyed. Zuckerberg didn't accept defeat and kept developing Llama 4 Behemoth, a 2 trillion parameter monster. The release was delayed and delayed and delayed and never released. That was the silent knockout of Meta's open source AI. But Zuckerberg didn't want to lose his dominant role in the AI industry. The reaction was brutal. They didn't just look for talent. Meta invested $14.3 billion for a 49% stake in Scale AI and hired CEO Alexander Wang to lead the new Meta Superintelligence Labs, with direct oversight from Zuckerberg. In 2025-2026, Meta nearly doubled AI investments to well over $100 billion. Muse Spark was built from scratch in 9 months. A fully closed, proprietary model, no open weights, no downloads, private API only. So, after all this mess, is Muse Spark good? Released without any celebration by Meta, Muse Spark is a genuine re-entry into the top tier of LLMs. Independent tracking firm Artificial Analysis scored Muse Spark at 52. placing it behind only Gemini 3.1 Pro, ChatGPT 5.4, and Claude Opus 4.6. Particularly strong in multimodal and vision tasks, somewhat weaker on coding and long agentic tasks. It's not first overall, but it's clearly competitive. The fight for AI supremacy is fiercer than ever. Let's enjoy the show. See you in the next one.